On this episode of Blown Budget Garage, we're putting one of these on. So that's really gonna make you purists angry. But as you can see, I still gotta put the whole front of the car back on. So that's the goal of today. And once we get done, we'll move on to something else. I don't know, it took an hour to get everything moved around and I'm sweating. It's super, super hot. So I might get tired prematurely. Who knows? Let's get to work. Okay, Jeff's hands doesn't want to be in this clip. First things last, these are the pieces that go around your headlights. Grill's gonna connect to them. I gotta get these cleaned up, get some paint on them, get them curing while I'm doing the rest of this. What you can also see is right over here on the driver's side, the support ring for the headlight is on that one. This was the fender that I got from Just Mopar Joe, and it didn't have it, so I got the fender that came with this car in the back of the truck. Got to get that piece out, put it on. I got to get these painted and cleaned up. They're cleaned up and painted. I got to get the main grill cleaned up and painted. Yeah, and then we're just going to keep, getting that stuff done so that I can go ahead and get that on, get the bumper on, start drilling holes and mocking everything up and getting that front lip spoiler on. So, kind of boring work. Just gonna do this off camera. Once I get these cleaned up and painted and the grill cleaned up and painted, I'll cut you back on. You can see what that looks like. And yeah, then from there, we'll go ahead and start getting other stuff put on together. So, see you in a bit. Real quick, I will say, I was just looking at this. This one's kind of, it's not so good. Looks like this is the passenger side. So, either the last person that drove it was a little tipsy or they hit something, they did something. But I'm not gonna spend the money to replace this right now. This is a driver. So I'm gonna try to do absolutely nothing with this, clean it up, and I'm gonna paint it as is, because that seems like the right thing to do. That's in primer. So I'm gonna let that cure, then we'll put some black paint on it. But next, what I wanna do is start getting this piece while that's drying, get the front on. Then, we'll keep going from there. I probably should have thought this out on like what's the best way, if I do this and this and this and everything will time out. I don't do that ever. So I'm gonna let that dry. While that's drying, I'm gonna hop on something else. The last thing I wanna do today is replace the shift cable. If you remember a long time ago, I had a bad ground and that's what it grounded to, and it was, so yeah. I'm just gonna keep working, I guess. That took an hour. I'm sweating. It's like, it is just coming off me. But that's on. It was a lot of loosening a bolt, tweaking, loosening a bolt, tweaking. It's still not 100% perfect. This tab on this side isn't wanting to play nicely with this fender. They're a little bit wonky. I can bring it in real quick and show you. This one right here, oh, where you at? Right there. It just doesn't quite want to line up with that hole, which is no big deal. I really just need to take it off and widen it. But again, if you're asking or wondering, why are you just half-assing all this right now? I have a surprise, and that's, we finally got everything ready and my shop is going up very, very soon. We're waiting on our bulldozer guy to come and cut the pad, and then we're gonna pour the concrete, and I'm gonna have a 24 by 26 shop. So basically what I'm doing is I'm just thrashing this car together so I can take it and all my tools out of Mark's shop, get everything back to my house, and get ready to start setting up my shop. So that's why we're doing it. Also, I really wanna see what the car looks like put back together. It's been almost a year and a half now. So that's why. This isn't gonna be a half-ass finished build. I'm just trying to put stuff on the car so I can get the car home and get everything out of my buddy's shop, into mine. So now that this is on and it's halfway decent, I'm gonna go check on those pieces, get some more paint on them, and we'll get this grill on once it's ready. So I'll be right back. Whew, okay. So I got the grill cleaned up, painted, It's drying. Up here, cleaned up, primered, painted, they're drying. So we're gonna let those sit for basically all day until the very, very end. Now, I gotta go out and get the fender because like I said, I gotta get the ring from there, put it on there, and then while I'm waiting on that to dry, at a minimum, I can go ahead and get that front bumper on, you know, get it up into place, and then I'll start working on getting that spoiler right there on. So making pretty good progress. Still got a lot of time left today, so I should be able to get everything done. Hopefully I can get around to that shifter cable, but this heat is, I mean, it's hot, it's kicking my ass. So all right, back to work.
Let me go like this. 3, 2, 1.
And action. Okay, so, all right. I'm trying to do the camera where you can see. So here's the deal. So obviously, this is made for a '69 Camaro. Now the thing about it is that the hardware kit that you get if you buy this as a kit, it comes with the clips that can slide in, and it just so happens that at least on this 73, this hole and this hole line up perfectly with these two. So I'm going to go ahead and get these started. I'm going to have to change where these holes are on this. But what I'll do first is I'll map out these holes, I'll get these started, and then once these are started, I'll turn the camera back on, and then together we'll kind of figure out how we're going to do this, because I'm going to have to drill a hole over here. I know I'm going to have to drill a hole over here, and that'll keep this part on. But yeah, we're going to have to, we might have to get creative on supporting it from here to here and stuff. So let me drill a couple holes, get this started, and then we'll figure this out. Herein lies the problem. So again, it's for a '69 Camaro, but the brackets, you know, they don't line up where they're supposed to go. But what I'm gonna have to do, basically, is connect it here, figure out where a good place for it is here, make a mark, drill a hole, and I have to do that on that side. Yeah, there we go. So that's what I'm gonna do. So let me get some tools set up. Some thick metal, so it's probably gonna take a while. And then we'll get to drilling, get this thing supported, and then we'll get the bumper up. Yep, sounds like a plan. We're thinking maybe change of plan. So as I got this, I'm mocking this up, right? And then, here, let me get you in here. Let's change this up just a little bit. We'll bring this down even lower so y'all can see. Here's where it has to go, right? And I got this started, and then I was like, instead of coming over here and drilling a hole, why don't we just take this, put it in the vise, and then bend it so that as it bends right here, we'll bring it down and it'll be right in line for this hole right here. So basically that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna mark out about where I wanna bend it, put it in the vise, we're gonna crank on her, and then see what happens. If it works well, I'll let you know, then we'll do it to the other side. So that actually worked out pretty well. The bending of it, you know, measured it out, bent it, had to bend it down here. As fate would have it though, the existing hardware that was on here was long enough. The hardware that comes with it, these are not. So if you're doing this, if you order this through Summit, and which is what I did, I'll put a part number up right here. If you do this from Summit, just know that you're gonna have to bend this bracket if you don't want to re-drill a hole, or just drill a hole. You can use the hardware here, and over here, you just got to drill a little hole on the spoiler itself. So I'm gonna map out the other side and knock it out, and then when we put it up, the only thing that I'll have left to do is mount this one to the car. So nothing real exciting. It's just bending metal. There's no point in me filming that. Let me knock this out. I'll get everything secured real nice, and then we'll go ahead and see about this bumper, because one, also, if you remember, or if you're new, this bumper sticks way out. In the first episode, or one of the first episodes when I took it off, you could see how far out it was. So I might try to widen these holes out so that I can tuck it in some more, but that is a lot of metal. It's really thick, and I don't have a gas axe, so we'll see. At a minimum, we're putting it back on. So let me knock this out. See you in a second. All right, got Mark tightening up the bumper bolts for me over on that side. Two of us picked it up, got her in place. Looks really good. This bumper's not staying on here long term. They're really freaking heavy. And there's a guy online that makes the fiberglass bumper and the rear bumper with shipping. For the 2-inch shipping, it's about $500. So I'm gonna save up for that. That'll be the very last thing that I do. But we're gonna go ahead and get this tightened up, and then I'll keep on the grill back there until it's ready to go. And I even brought some headlights, so we'll see what it looks like with headlights then. We'll back her on up and use our imagination. So it's coming together. Looks really good like that. I mean, I know a lot of people do it and some people hate it, but I think it looks really good. So while I'm waiting on those two trim pieces, we went ahead and threw the headlights in, put those on, turn the headlight switch, and of course the headlights don't work. So I'm gonna have to do some troubleshooting and see where the breakdown is. It's a brand new wiring harness, right? Remember, we replaced everything all brand new. So I don't know if maybe there's something inside the cab there. Maybe something that's just still unplugged. I forgot to plug it in. I'm not really worried about it right now. I'm gonna put that trim piece on as soon as it's ready. And then the only other thing I wanted to get done today was get the shifter cable replaced. So we're on track to get everything done. Looking pretty good. There we go. So I gotta take that trim piece off, right? But don't forget, guys, as soon as we get back to my shop, once it's built, I'm driving this car there. This car came here on a trailer with the engine in the back of my truck way over there. I'm driving this damn thing home. So I got that other trim piece on. So when we get back, when we get home, all of this is coming out because I got to do a little touch up on it. It's coming all right back out. That's going to get popped off. That'll get painted. That'll get cleaned up and primered. So I'm going to have to undo a little bit of what I've done today, but I really just wanted to get this car at least to this stage. I mean, that looks killer. So who knows? Who knows how long it's going to take me to get it home? It could be next week, could be the week after. But once the shop is up, it's leaving. It's coming back home. So let me find something else to do. Finally got everything done that I said I was going to get done in a video. So, well, except for the shifter cable. But that might be for another video. Okay, yeah, so I cut my hand open. It's hurting pretty bad. Tightened up my other bumper bolt. Man, that's on fire. Oh, I got it good. And then like some PB Blaster got into it and it was just perfect. So basically what I'm trying to say is to hell with that shifter cable. The heat's got me whooped today, guys. So yeah, I'm gonna sit here. We're gonna just sit here and look at the car, shoot the shit. I'm tired. So hopefully the weather will be nice next week. The thing about it is, you know, I got my son here now, and the last 2-3 weekends in a row, every single weekend it rained, Saturday and Sunday. And as y'all can see, I mean, I'm kind of restricted to, you know, only having good weather, but the shop's gonna be up soon, a month and a half, 2 months, something like that. So with that being said, if you haven't, please subscribe to the channel. I'm gonna go ahead and start editing this video, put it up on the old YouTube. That's gonna be it for today. Have a good week, all. See you next time.